Welcome back to episode 2 of leveling up and maxing every single support on supports only. It has been obviously quite a while since the last video because I have been doing a bunch of farming and we now have a lovely, ignore the Mora because I haven't been farming Mora, it's not bad. I mean it is 6.4 million, that's pretty good, but we probably am going to need more. What I have been farming a lot of though is level up books, and I have 1293 purples and 2185 blues. So we should be able to do a pretty decent amount of work today. But as well as that, we also have new characters on the banner. We have Enefa, who is a support because she shields, and Columbina, who I think is a support because she does a bunch of damage to her skills, we ignore that, but a burst boosts lunar damage, which I think, going to count as a support. So I kind of want both of them, but I think I'm going to actually do a couple pulls for Columbina. We are at a whopping 0 pity and on a 50-50, and we only have 38 pulls, so we're probably not going to get a Columbina, but let's just kind of see what happens, I guess. This will be 40 pity, and we see another 4-star, which is the Rust, I don't care. And then we can buy one more pull. And we can see... Okay, I'll take a 4-star. It's another Stethos. Okay, I don't care anymore. So unless I get some more pulls from somewhere or want to go farm, we probably won't get Columbina or Enefa because I will need a few more pulls. So yeah, we'll see. I'm sort of less inclined to do a lot of pulling for characters now because this account is wrapping up and I'm trying to actually wrap it up. So I'm really not going to use most of the new characters. But I mean, if we have the pulls lying around, I might as well give it a shot. But with that out of the way, we can now get into the main chunk of this video, which is leveling. I forget where I left off the last video, but we were trying to get everyone up to level 90 with the important talents up to level 6. Durin, I will need to do a little bit of work. I do want to get your skill up to level 6, and then you obviously need to go to level 90. Everyone else, I believe, all the way up until Shin Yen is all level 90, and they should all have level 6 at least talents. Mizuki's burst is not level 6, so I'll need to do that. But otherwise, everyone else is level 6. So we need to do Durin's skill and Mizuki's burst, and then level up Durin to level 90. And then we get into the characters that are not currently level 90. So that is Charlotte. Her talents are good, but we need to fully level her up, which, considering we have a ton of books, we can do that. So there is Charlotte up to level 90, which means I can now continue down the list. And that brings us to Jean, who, talent-wise, will need to probably do a skill. It's not super important, but I might as well. We can't craft anything, great, and that is an open. However, can I get you to level 90? Possibly. Yeah, we might need to do a bit of boss farming just for chunks. Okay. Luckily enough, I do need more of his boss shops. So Darren's going to need some more farming. We are almost certainly not going to have enough chunks once again. But aside from that, Jean is ready to go. So I'm going to try to get enough chunks. So there we go, with a bit of crafting. That is going to be everything we need to get Jean, wherever she is, there you go, up to level 90. Talent-wise, you needed your skill done, which I couldn't do because I need more of these and these aren't open. So we'll get back to that. Next character on the list then we need to work on is Mona, who, yes, I haven't done anything with Mona. The burst is somewhat leveled up. The skill is not. Do we need Mona's skill though? Probably. Although also probably not because I probably won't use it. So we can ignore that. We're not going to do Mona's skill at all. We just need to get her up to level 90, which once again, we're going to need more of these, which we don't have. You can go to level 90. There you go. So that is Mona. Check off the list. I should probably go do this, but this witch's homework stuff takes forever. And I'd probably just go do it all in one go when I start working on Sucrose and Mona's. So I guess I'm just going to do them in one go at the end of this, probably. Now there's the Traveler, which is Pyro at the moment, even though I don't count Pyro Traveler as an actual usable Traveler. I don't know why she's Pyro, but she is Pyro. I actually forget what versions of Traveler I count, but I think I count Electro, Dendro, and potentially Geo, but I don't remember. But because the Traveler has many different versions of the skills, I'm just going to get her up to level 90 because, I mean, realistically, I'm never going to use her. And I don't want to do a bunch of farming for the skill. So we're just going to get the Traveler up to level 90 and just entirely ignore the talents because I would assume I've leveled up the talents for the elements I've already used. And I honestly don't really care. So the Traveler we can bring up to level 90. I think I counted Dendro because she does like the exact same thing as Nahida. Yeah, whatever, the Traveler's level 90. If I want to use her for some weird reason, I just swap her to the element that I count. So I'm gonna tick Traveler off the list, and we move to Noelle. We're actually getting kind of close to the end of them, actually. Barbara is our last support, so we actually don't have that many characters I need to work on. That's actually pretty good. Okay, sick. Noelle, talent-wise, you need work. Skill, we can bring that up to level... we can't. Level 7. I'd need to get it to 9, preferably. And then her burst. Why is her skill her least prioritized one? Isn't that her shield? I mean, I suppose you're doing physical damage with her, but on this account, I use her as a shielder, if I ever use her. So I'm mainly just going to get the skill up to level 9. And then if I have leftover stuff, we'll do the burst. But that's not open today because of course it isn't. And you need boss drops and these, and you need a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm kind of just waiting to do all the boss runs in one go because I know right now I need to do Darren's boss and I need to do Noelle's boss. So let's move through the rest of them. Aoife, do we need to farm your boss? Yes, I do. Sucrose, I need to farm her boss as well. Mika, I don't need to farm your boss, but you need more chunks, which I could craft 3 of. We might be able to do Mika. Diona, we do have your boss drop. We have a lot of your boss drops. Again, though, I need gemstones, which we... interesting. Kirara's good, except for, once again, gemstones. Dahlia, we need to fight your boss. And Barbara, I need to fight your boss as well. So before we go farm boss drops, let's deal with the characters that I can do right now, which will be Mika. We can do a bit of crafting for him. We won't be able to do Diona because I'm going to use all of these for Mika, but we could try. And then we can have a look at Kirara, but again, probably won't have enough of these. And those are all the characters that have at least all their boss drops. So let's go start with that. Get all the crafting out the way, and then we can deal with boss drops. Now, Mika, talent-wise, is actually pretty good. I think he's almost at the point where I want him to be. Because his skill is where I'd want, and his burst is not quite. So let's get that burst leveled up. We're gonna... dang it, we need more of them, and they are open today. Yeah, why not? We'll just start off with a quick run there. Now, this is most certainly not the most optimal team because my main DPS is Seatlali against all cryo enemies. But we have Durin, so we'll be fine. Well, it does look like we will be able to get enough chunks for Mika. Definitely not for Diona, but we will be able to get enough chunks for Mika. And we actually will have enough because we have a lot of electro stuff. So Kirara is also good. So now I need to actually go farm some local specialties for those two. So let's quickly get that out the way. Genuine question, who decided to put the wolf hook berries in Fontaine? Like, I thought they were a Mondstadt thing, but I mean, I'm not complaining because I don't have enough of them. It just seems really random. There's just a one collection. There might be more, but there's at least one collection area in Fontaine. Looks like there is only one with just 2 wolf hook berries. Seems really, really random. And I can buy wolf hooks from you, but only 5. So we're going to need to wait for that to get Mika leveled up anymore. But we will be able to get at least his burst up to level 6. And we can go over to Kirara today. Get your burst and skill leveled up, potentially. I probably should look at that more, but I kind of forgot to. Oh well, we can get you up to level 90. So there we go. Kirara is level 90, and that just means we need to deal with your talents and then everyone else. So in terms of resin for today, I have 56 plus 1 condensed, and we have 4 fragile. So let's go start with the boss run, shall we? We will start with Noelle, who should only need maybe 1 boss run. And then we'll go farm Durin's boss, because I need to do that, and whatever other bosses we can farm with the resin we have available to us today. And then we can just come back for the next couple of days and farm other boss drops, and then also any talent materials I need, because obviously they're locked behind different days. So I should probably go farm the books I can farm today, which I believe was just Durin. Now, do we get 4 boss drops? No, we don't. Okay, so we need to do 1 more run in here, which is fine because I get more chunks, so I can't really complain. I will need to do more boss runs anyway, so whatever. So now we're going to move on to Durin's boss. Ooh, that's nice. We get a gemstone chunk and 4 of these and a purple chunk. That's a good run. I do forget how many boss drops we need, but I believe, yeah, it's quite a few. Okay, we need another 14. This could take a while, especially because this boss is not the easiest on this account. Well, that is going to be the last run I can do, so please give us 4 drops. God damn it. Okay, never mind. I am 1 off being able to fully ascend Durin, but I also have no resin left, and I'm definitely not using primos. Unfortunately, we are a little bit short for Darren, but I should be able to get his talent sorted. Darren's skill can go up to level 6. Could go further, but I'm not going to because that's the minimum I want for now. So now I'm going to see what else I can just finish up talent-wise without having to spend resin, and then I'll come back and finish the rest off in the next couple days. So we can start with Kirara. We can get your burst up a little bit, however, not enough. And then the last thing we could possibly do today is get Noelle up to level 90. That of course depends on if I can get enough chunks. And we will have just enough stuff to get Noelle up to level 90. Although I'm going to need to do a little bit more farming. But with that out of the way, we can now get Noelle up to level 90. So I will give it 2 days now before we come back. I will farm Darren's boss tomorrow with the resin I have. And then I will also go ahead and farm probably Aoife's boss because I'm going to need a lot of them. The next day I can come back and I will probably continue to farm Aoife's boss. Probably then go over to Sucrose. And by that point, this should have reset. So we can grab the last couple wolf hooks for Mika. So with that, I will see you in 2 days. Okay, so it is now 2 days later. Yesterday, I did some farming for Darren, so I have all of his boss drops now. I just need some more of these and chunks. And I also did a tiny bit of farming for Sucrose. I will need a few more of our boss drops, but we should be able to deal with that, no problems, apart from these once again. I did kind of forget to go farm the talent books. So while I remember, let's see if there's any open today. Those are not. Noelle's are. Okay, that is good to know. I should probably go farm them. Jean's are the same as Noelle, so I might be able to get Jean's talents up as well. I only need to do her skill a little bit. So there we go. That is all of the books I can farm for today. I'm going to have a look at Jean first. I am able to get your stuff almost up to level 6. I need like 2 more of these. Let me just buy them. So there we go. That is Jean all completed. Noelle is the next one. We need to get more Hilichurl masks for Noelle. I also forgot that I needed the lowest level books. So whoopsies. Excuse me, Genshin. What are these drops? I am world level 9. I can't be a high. I get one of the middle grade drops from a Hilichurl. And before I killed 3 Hilichurls, didn't get a single drop. Not one. What are these drops, Genshin? At this rate, I'm going to need to clear out every single Hilichurl just to get enough drops for like 2 levels. Noelle's skill can go up to level 9. So that is Noelle done. And then with a tiny bit of farming, we can get Mika done. Except apparently, what do you mean? It has been 2 days. It refreshes in 13 hours. Okay. Well, looks like Mika is also not going to level 90 today. In which case, because I don't need his chunks right now, let's go steal them and give Darren all the chunks he needs. So now, with a bit of farming, we can get Darren up to level 90 instead. And luckily, it does seem like there is going to be enough of them. So that should be, it is indeed. Okay, Darren can now go to level 90, which is good because I've been meaning to do that for a while. So there we go. That is, I don't know how many characters because I forget at this point, but quite a few more characters now completed, or at least, level 90 with level 6 relevant talents, or talents that I consider relevant because they're the ones that I would use. So in terms of characters that are left, which will be next video's problem, we have Dahlia, who needs to go to level 90. Talent-wise, he is fine. We have Aoife, who also talent-wise is fine, but needs to go to level 90. We have Mika, who needs to go to level 90, and his talents are, again, fine. We just need a few more of these for him, and then 2 more of these, which we are entirely out of all of the gemstones and chunks and everything now. So we're going to need to do a bunch of boss farming for all them. Kirara, who just needs her talents to be done a little bit more, and they are obviously not open today. And then finally we have Sucrose, who needs both her talents and her levels, as well as also the witch talent, which is something I should also do to Mona as well. There is then Diona, who again, talents and levels both need work. And then finally, Barbara, who once again needs her levels and her talents. So we have 7 characters to deal with in the next video, and 6 of them need to be level 90, which means these are going to be really, really tricky. So I probably need to get back into the grind, farm a lot more Mora. I'm going to farm more boss drops and those talent books when they're open. I might go farm a couple more of Noel's, and then when we do that, I can do Noel stuff again. I will probably forget because I forgot what I was going to do in just 2 days. And then I also need to go farm just all of the boss drops. It does not matter what boss, what element, what anything. I just need a ton of boss drops purely just to get the chunks because we're going to need a ton of them. But with that being said, that is where I'm going to leave this video off. We got a pretty decent amount of characters all sorted out today. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you liked the video, do go check out the last episode of this whole leveling up every single character and building every single character on this account. And with that being said, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good. Bye.